Hi, my name is Keith and I'm known as the Florida Stone Man. And today I'm going to be talking to you all about why the holidays, or why does Christmas not feel like the holidays, or why do the holidays just not feel like holidays anymore. And this is actually a trend and something I've been seeing a lot. And I'm going to be doing a lot of explaining because people have different situations, but this video is going to cover a whole bunch of different situations as to why people might not feel like it's Christmas, or why it doesn't feel like the holidays, or why the holiday doesn't have that zest anymore when it used to have that zest. Now, every year, the closer we get till end times, and yes, someone's like, you can't teach about that. I'm like, yep, I have to because it's relevant. It's not like we can ignore that, but as we get closer to end times, as we get closer to more so just furthering along the timeline, furthering as just time comes when things get kind of crazy. It kind of feels like that already in this world, and it's not going to get better, but it's going to get better. And it's really tough to kind of word that because this can be just like completely shocking. People are like, well, I was supposed to watch this video and I'm going to feel better. Well, I have something that's going to make you feel better by the end of this video, but you should know that everything that has a start has an end, and so does this earth until Judgment Day. So basically, as every single day passes, more elements of just craziness take a hold, and more things will try to push us away from God. More things will try to push us away from our own original beliefs. We live in a society, and this is very important for people to understand this. We are being programmed to be desensitized in a very bad way. The things that we're supposed to be desensitized to, we're supposed to just tune out negative things. We're supposed to tune out negative energy. We're supposed to tune out bad feelings. We're supposed to tune out heartbreak. We're supposed to tune out fights. We're supposed to tune out all these different elements that's literally being taught to us as since we're children, especially for the new coming generation. Music. Every single song these days is all about heartbreak. And people might sing about that because it's relatable, but relatable in law of attraction is actually the end. Like, whatever you want is being pushed so far away, it'll just basically seem impossible at that point. And that's what we're being trained to do. So even if you don't listen to music directly, you're listening to it indirectly when you're in traffic, when you're on the road, when you're at the gym. And I pay attention. If you see me at the gym working out, I'll occasionally look up at the radio and I'll just listen to I'll look at the song and I'm like, I wish I could turn this off. I'm like, this is trash. Like, for example, there's a song, I'm feeling lonely, and people are like, and I'm like, no, that's not cool. No. We start in this world alone, and we'll go out alone, but people are afraid to be on their own, and then people crave relationships, and they push relationships away because they're so used to being alone, and that's kind of what they're asking for. So how does this apply to anything with the holidays? All this societal training is basically this little subconscious this, let's call them pebbles. Little subconscious pebble, little subconscious pebble, little subconscious pebble. You're not aware of the pebbles because the pebbles you could just slap out of the way. But once the pebbles add up, a pound of pebbles is still a pebble. 10 pounds of pebbles is still pebbles. Now you have 100 pounds of pebbles that you're dragging around. And people are like, 100 pounds of pebbles is not a lot. Like, 100 pounds of feathers is light because it's feathers. 100 pounds is still 100 pounds. So these little subconscious things that we're being trained to in movies, on TV, we're being prodded in a direction that gets us to be in a certain way, gets us to feel like we're lonely, like we're having us act certain ways that are just not normal. A lot of these musics that not you guys listen to, but in general that's being played is over-sexualized. They all set a standard like for this person has to be the perfect just by doing this, and that. I'm not going to go into details because there's too many specific things, and I don't want to out too many artists who are putting out music. But most of these songs are just really bad messages that people are putting a tune on and singing to. If you know anything about certain things with subconscious affirmations and law of attraction, When your guard drops, you absorb the most. Remember how I talked about sandwiches in a few videos ago? When you sandwich things in, it goes down very easy and it gets digested. And at that point, when so many things are getting digested that you don't want to be digesting, sometimes you don't see it and there's no way of being aware of it unless you watch Florida Stone Man's video or someone else says, hey, you can't be listening to that. But even then, it's so programmed, after a certain point, it can't be unprogrammed. Now, these programmings will have us thinking a very certain way. So one giant thing about why people don't feel like it's the holidays anymore is because the element of fun is taken out of your daily life with all these heartbreak songs, with all these just different things that you're seeing on the TV, on the news, even science backs this. You can watch the news all day, and by the time you're done watching the news, you're supposed to have news. None of it's good. Now there's nothing but bad news in your day. Do you know how that plays out in your subconscious? It's not good. Let's just say that. So, when you're watching bad news all the time and you don't have any good news coming in, it'll start playing into your life because you're experiencing that with your two eyes and your third eye. So it's being downloaded into the physical world and the spiritual world. So you'll eventually attract news to yourself that's not good just because you watch so much news just full of not good news. It's good to be aware of things, yeah, but when you submerge yourself in it, then you become it. Now, another reason people are not feeling themselves on a holiday, and then someone's like, well, it just doesn't feel like Christmas. It's because all the societal programming and everything that's going on in this day and age, plus people can't even enjoy a non-holiday. What do I mean by that? We're trained in our societal programming to think Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday are all bad days. Like, oh, I can't wait for the weekend. I'm excited for a Monday. I'm excited for a Tuesday. I'm excited for a Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. But when you kill 5 days out of the week for your entire year, you're bound to set yourself for failure. And people are like, oh, ouch, that kind of hurts. It's true. If you just put 2 days a week, and you'll put so much energy on those 2 days a week that you don't get to enjoy them. It's not even just with a job. It's not even just with a work life. It's how people think. So instead of being like, oh, I wish, I don't like Mondays, make every day a beautiful day. People say, oh, I have a bad day. Oh, I have, this day is like not fun. Oh, this day I've had, in my mind, there's no such thing as a bad day if you finish your day alive. It could have been a less good day than before that day, but you're very fortunate and blessed to have made it to the end of the day. A lot of people in this world just have not been able to get a chance. They'll show up in the afterlife and they'll be like, what is this? Why don't I have another day? What is this? And they'll be in a place of just fear and havoc in the afterlife instead of for peace. And they're just like, because it's shocking. It's like, oh, I didn't make it to another day. I didn't elevate my soul when I was on this planet. And I didn't move myself close. I mean, for certain people who haven't moved themselves closer to God, they're going to feel a void. If you haven't yet moved yourself closer to God in your own way, which sometimes people have to discover a relationship within themselves, which I teach about in moving closer to God. Because a lot of people are hit with the Bible, hit with different religions from around the world, and I'm still figuring out how to teach people how to move closer to God, because I'm a Christian. I teach, well, in my category, it's Christianity, but I have so many people who come to me from help from around the world. They're just like, well, we don't have access to this here. And I'm like, okay, let me think of it, but the general way is just moving yourself closer to God. Ask the Creator, say, God, please help me find a way to move closer to you. And eventually you'll see different things start popping up in your life that give you peace and fulfillment. Now, I do have to say this, if you don't have God in your life, other things will fill a void. At the beach, when you dig holes in the sand, water will come into the hole. Sometimes it's good water, sometimes it's not good water. So that's what happens. There can never be a space. When you don't have your guides nearby you, there's something else that's not as good taking hold. That's why your guides are always like wrapped around you and protecting you, because they know if there's a hole, then water will fill the hole. So they're filling the hole for you. Even if some ancestors see that you don't have enough guides or protection, sometimes they become your primary ones. Most importantly, with angels, the people who have the most angels are the people who are the closest to God. It's because you have to ask Him to have more angels around you. How does this relate to the holidays? Some people, because yes, everything relates into how people feel void on the holidays. When it comes to the holidays, if you put such an expectation on a certain day to make you happy, but you have a void within yourself because you're not moved closer to the Creator, then that's the problem. A lot of people, and for Christians, I can speak of, a lot of Christians have become automatic with their faith. What does that mean? A lot of people have put their faith in basically, in a video game where you hit a certain key and it has you auto walking forward. And I like to use video games as a good example, but when you're just doing things on auto, it actually subtracts from your relationship. Universal law states that we're constantly going up or constantly going down. There's never an in-between. And if our relationship with the Creator isn't going up, then it's slowly like disconnecting versus connecting. So you have to challenge your connection constantly. And it has to be a legitimate connection. So that connection within yourself, because so many spiritualists who are awakening feel this void within their soul that can't be replaced by anything but God and love that God provides us. God has many faces in different cultures, and there's many ways to move closer to Him. Okay? Christianity is what I do. It's what everything in the Bible, everything in Christianity is what I teach. But for people, and I'm still coming up with a way because there's people in different parts of the world, and I'm just like, okay, I might need a little extra help from my angels to teach about this to whatever those people practice on their part of the world. You can't say it's wrong because we're all united, we're all human, we're all blood, and we all have to find a way to move closer to God. But like I said, when you ask God for help, He will provide. Ways will come available, and then you will learn ways. So you have to seek a legitimate connection with the Creator. If you're already connected, ask yourself, are your prayers authentic? Are you trusting in Him? Are you fearful or are you faithful? Are you doing good or are you doing not good? Because the enemy is very present on every face of this planet. Every face of the planet Earth. And he will set himself in your day and set himself in your holiday so you feel a void, and he'll fill the void, passively, secondarily. So instead of your waters being clean, then they'll be kind of polluted and gucky. So that's a major thing as well. For people who haven't yet moved themselves closer to God and who are on their spiritual awakening path, a lot of times those are the people who are actually, they don't know what they're looking for, so they begin to seek love. Because in a spiritual awakening, and this is kind of tough to teach about, when people are spiritual awakening, especially on the holidays, you're realizing you're waking up in a world where everyone's asleep and it's painful. And this is a very complex topic. This is one of the tougher topics to teach about. But when you're waking up in a world and everyone's asleep, there's a sense of loneliness that cannot stay. This sense of loneliness, a lot of spiritualists will go out looking for other spiritualists as, people go looking for love, but they go looking for the wrong kind of love. So a lot of people will go to seek a relationship or try to find relationships, and they'll feel more lonely than they start off with, or they'll feel more burned. What do I mean by that? So people acknowledge, and people don't know this is happening. If you knew exactly what was happening, a lot of people wouldn't be making the mistakes. And these are very complex things that are happening to very specific people. So a lot of spiritualists who are spiritually awakening and being like, oh, I'm the only one awake in my family, and then they start to feel lonely, so they'll either seek a relationship with someone who's a friend, or they'll seek a relationship with someone from a love life, and that even that will be completely void because God is not involved. So the answer is to move yourself closer to God because He provides a love that humans can't. It's simple as that. And he will direct you on your path as well. So a lot of people feel this loneliness around the spiritual, around the holidays. They'll feel this spiritual void and just this subtraction of energies, and they don't know what it is. They're like, there's something off about the holidays. It's kind of empty now. It's because this is a time to move yourself closer to God the most. Christmas has become less Christmas for Christians, I've noticed. So instead of for people celebrating the coming of Christ, people are just celebrating Christmas. Just the name of it. Just the holiday and the Christmas tree. And They're doing things to practice the holiday, but they're not actually connecting with their faith. This could be the same for other cultures, but I can't speak for other cultures. But moving yourself closer to God in a non-robotic way will help you around the time of the holidays. What's another reason that people feel kind of weird around the holidays? And these are very specific and kind of tough things to explain, because if I don't explain these correct, then people won't fully get it. They'll be like, I kind of get what he's saying, but I don't get it, versus these are very specific things that all kind of add up. Societal programming, your relationship with God, the subconscious mind, the spirituality, the spiritual center waking up and realizing everyone else is asleep. And the biggest thing is self-accountability. And here's kind of the fix to you having an amazing holiday. And if you have people you love, like your family and friends, don't wait for a holiday to give them their flowers. Show love every single day to yourself. This is a really important one, okay, guys? Find different self-love rituals. This is time of the year people will feel the most unloved. When the love that they're seeking, because there's different kind of loves. There's love that only God can provide. There's love that his angels provide to us that is unconditional. There's love from a friend that's more platonic but still fulfilling. There's love from a friend that maybe one's, I don't know, there's a whole different kind of loves. There's love as in someone seeking love when they don't have love within themselves, so they're out seeking and they're pushing it away so it seems further away. So the thing is, some people watching this video might not be any of the categories I teach about, but you can help someone with this knowledge now that you know. So you have to be able to identify why people aren't having fulfilling holidays. So the first question you have to ask yourself, is Monday through Friday is that a fun time for me? Am I enjoying every single day? Did I have a good day this week? How many bad days did I have this week? If your answer is I enjoyed every single day, when the holidays come around, you're less likely to be disappointed, okay? It's a very good thing to practice self-love around this time of year. It's a very good thing to practice self-nourishing. Self-accountability is the biggest thing. If you feel like your emotions, and pay attention, because even if this video doesn't apply to you, you will be able to help someone, and you'll be able to pick people up. This video will create healers. So even around this time of year, if you are just completely void, ask yourself. Fully take self-accountability. Just be like, am I letting the holidays be a bad holiday? Am I putting the energy at all, in any way, shape, or form, into this holiday to kill the energy of this holiday? Am I putting too much pressure on this holiday? Am I comparing my holiday with other people's holidays? Am I comparing this holiday versus last year versus when I was a kid? Throw it out. Focus on the inside. Start paying attention to more of what matters. Pay attention to your goals. Be like, okay, this is what I've accomplished. I feel amazing today. Even if you don't feel amazing, trick your subconscious as best you can into feeling amazing, and you'll start feeling better when you start focusing on more things of light. Give light to more positive energy, and more positive energy will find its way into your life one way or another. You'll attract better people. You'll attract better relationships. You'll feel more loved. You'll feel better on the holidays. You'll be able to help other people feel better. And you'll realize the holiday is an extra day to celebrate versus it's not the only day to celebrate. Practice more self-love rituals. Practice more, and I'll teach more self-love rituals coming up on this channel, and different self-love crystals you can work on. What is self-love? It's having the accountability to know that you're not supposed to depend on anyone for love because it comes from God. That's only person you should ever rely on love like that is from God. Okay, so that comes from Him. When it comes from, if you're seeking love on the outside, if you're seeking validation, if you're seeking any form of fulfillment from other people, you're going to get very hurt around this time of year. So start re-evaluating certain things. Focus more within, and you'll be able to shine light upon other people's lives. You'll help other people's lives be a lot more, because you'll be able to teach this knowledge that I'm teaching. So every holiday that you have gets better and better. It might feel a little different, but ask yourself, what am I doing to make this feel different? Who is surrounding me? Who am I letting near me? And why does it feel different? Does it just feel different because time's going by? Or does it feel different because you didn't, and if you put up decorations around the times of holidays and those don't really fulfill you, the fulfillment was not in the decorations. The fulfillment comes within. Do something you like. Practice a hobby. If you go to the beach, or go to the beach, just as an example, if you go to the park or something and you do it alone, it's okay. Enjoy you being alive, because life is very beautiful. Life is a gift that God has given us. Just practice looking at the bright side of things. Know that the holidays is not guaranteed. Us being here is a gift. If you don't feel it within yourself and you're feeling kind of like this still void, and not sure how to counter it even with the information in this video, something that might help you is helping someone else, because that will help you learn yourself. So how does a teacher learn sometimes? Sometimes the teachers who are made the best teachers learn by teaching other people, and it helps them realize information more. So in my video, take what I have taught you. Find a family member, find a friend, and teach this to them if they're suffering around the time of the holidays, if they're if they're just bummed out emotionally, and find someone to uplift. And as you there goes my mic. As you uplift their spirits, as you uplift that person, you're going to be uplifted with them subconsciously, because you elevated their soul and you just did a really good thing, and you're not even trying to have it go back to you, but on a subconscious level, something in your psyche, if I can say that word right, just kicked out something that has been plaguing you to be able to heal someone else. So you had to come from a different perspective. So you helping someone else have a better holiday will help you as well. That's another way. So I've given you multiple ways to make your holidays a lot more vibrant. If you're watching this video and the holidays are very celebratory, this could be for you to explain to someone else, because I see some people are in a funk around this time of year, and I'm snapping people out in the most strange way, in the most specific way. So most importantly, love yourself. Find things that you like to do. Keep doing things that you like to do. Instead of if you have a bad day, there's no such thing as a bad day as long as you wake up the next day. Because every single day is what you make of it. You add more energy to your day of things that you like. Surround yourself with more things that you like. Let's just say around the holidays, if you're not feeling yourself, find 3 things you like. This is a self-love ritual I'll teach in the future, but find 3 things you like. If you like the color pink, if you like seashells, and if you like sounds of the ocean, fill your bedroom with those 3 things. And you'll feel a lot more at home when it comes to the holidays on the inside. Make yourself more comfortable in your own skin, in your own body, in your own aura. And by the time of the holidays, you'll feel a lot warmer than you do cold. And you may just fully pass this information along to anyone who needs help, or even send this video to people who need help. If this video has helped you in any way, shape, or form, which I hope it has, sometimes it's completely tough to pull people out of their funks. But if nothing works, pull someone out of their funk and you'll accidentally pull yourself out of your funk. Because once you see them happy again, it'll make you happy too. So there's always a way to feel happy around the holidays. If you have any questions, ask them in the comment section. I hope I made your holidays better if you're not happy. If you're happy, I hope you're able to use this information to help someone else be very happy around the holidays and change all their future holidays. Merry Christmas, everyone. Until then, I'll see you guys next time. Ciao.